A large number of South Africans live in extreme poverty, with the situation so dire that some can't even pay for basic nutritional requirements.
Despite the World Bank's recent recognition of South Africa's ability to reduce poverty, many people are still struggling. Statistician General Dr. Pali Lehohla is also expected to release the Poverty Trends report at a time when South Africa's economy is also in limp mode.
BLIKKIESDORP, a temporary relocation camp built some 10 years ago. Many residents living here describe it as a dump site. They say people from various areas across the Cape were moved here while they await permanent low-cost housing. But it's been more than just a long wait, and residents say living conditions leave much to be desired.
This is a dumping place for people who was during the World Cup. So people come from Spaceboner, people come from Elsie's River, people come from all over the south.
34-year-old Monique CLARKE lives in this one-bedroom structure with her husband and 5 children. There's no privacy and sanitation is poor.
It's not good to stay here really, because our children don't have that really what other children have in houses. Our children is getting sick in these places from the drains that's flowing over. Our toilets is blocked.
The number of people living on the streets in Cape Town has also grown to over 7,000. The dynamics of why people live on the streets differ, but money and food are always a problem, with many turning to shelters for help, especially during the winter months. For most, food from these shelters, as well as NGOs, would be their only meal of the day.
What we see now is a wholesale surrender of our public spaces, and that by its very nature must encourage more people to make often difficult choices, and at other times easy choices, to rather come and live close to the city centre with no restrictions, as opposed to living in a township or other parts of a community where you may have to pay rent, observe certain rules and so forth. We've also seen an influx of people from neighbouring countries and so forth.
The report by Lehohla will assist government with policy issues such as grants. Such statistics are essential in monitoring and tracking progress towards achieving the targets outlined in the National Development Plan. Nomawethu Solwandle, SABC News, Cape Town.